tell somebody. I mean, you'll just find it girl, okay, let me, you know, it's not like a bad thing per se, but I got myself in a whole predicament. Like, okay, so, you know, Rashid's he comes to the office. Nothing has happened with us. Nothing. Not even a conversation about liking each other or anything. But we are very friendly, and our texts may have some friendly flirting in it. You know, just like there may basically be some contact, just some friendly flirting on both ends. Okay, cool. So, like, I even thought about it last week at one point, and I was like, shit, somebody in the case I'm on my phone, and he doesn't like got anything, like he doesn't like read into it more than it is, because like, whatever. And I said that to myself, and I don't know, it's all good, it'll be all right. I must have known he doesn't normally go through my phone, bitch. So he did go through my phone Thursday, the same day I thought about it. Because, I mean, like I said, there's nothing direct. He did send me a picture one time of him and Andrew, another IT guy, because they were at the beach for a work event, and I had asked him, like, did you make your way to the beach or whatever, so, whatever. But, so Omar, he went through my phone. He saw them. No, he did this shit when I was sleeping. He thought, I don't know, whatever. He's been being, the last, like, years, he's just been, like, yeah, like, it's just been off and on for some years. And, I mean, I will be honest, and I even told him this, because he was like, is he your type? And, girl, the whole weekend was a hot mess. I maybe slept, like, 4 hours a night, because we were just going back and forth, talking about all kinds of stuff, and whatever. No. Literally, no. Was it? Yeah, it was just like innocent, like fun kind of conversation, but we've never once, nothing. So we went through this weekend and, you know, spoke our piece, and he did ask me, he was like, is he your type? And I was like, you know, I'll be honest with you, yes, he is my type, 100%. You saw the picture if you look at my phone. Like, he is my type. And I was like, you know, it is nice to know that if something doesn't work out with us because we're not in the greatest spot, that there would be an option, that I'm not just like, whatever, because it's been a long time since I've known that, you know, there's an option. You don't want to ring on my finger, like, dude, and we've been going back through some issues. I'm like, I'm not going to go try and cheat on you, but it is nice to have somebody who is, like, nice and just play around the idea in the back of my head. Yeah, like, girl, okay, you still got it, and it'll be okay if something happens, like, that option. So yeah, I said all of that. Okay, cool. So we went back and forth all weekend with him. Girl, he was trying to ask me, like, what kind of car does this dude drive? I'm like, I really have no idea. Like, we have not, like, I've met him 3 or 4 times in the office. So the text messages you see are, like, literally the extent of anything. I don't know what fucking car he drives. Cool. Okay. Yeah, girl, just wait. So, okay, cool. So we hash things out, and he knows, like, I have to deal with Rashid. Like, that is like, my main IT person. He's the one that mostly checks out our stuff. He's there, he's going to be there for our open version, like, I don't know. So, Monday, I come home, and as soon as I get home, I can sit down, I'm like, hey, so me and Rashid texted today, and work stuff, you want to see me? I'm like, I'll just be honest with you. I'm like, being open, like, you want to be funny, like, I'm just going to tell you, so I'm not telling you shit no more. And he's like, I don't need to see it. And I was like, okay, cool. Okay. So then me and Rashid texted yesterday at work about some work stuff. So I get home, I talk about all of the workday stuff, but I didn't mention that because the day before he was like, I don't want to see it. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, he fucking I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, and my phone was gone off the side of my bed table. Okay. I was like, I get up, I go in the kitchen, and he's out in the living room. I don't see my phone anywhere. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go back to bed, and I'm going to see if that phone reappears, because that is also my alarm, and he knows that. So I woke up this morning, I never really went back to sleep. I heard him come in and put my phone back down. So I went back and forth, like went in and out of sleep a little bit because I was like, I need to get some sleep before I have to wake up at fucking 5 in the morning. So I wake up, get ready, go out and and it's a little heavy between us. So getting stuff ready, he was like, so you want to talk now or later? I was like, we can talk now. That's what I go. So he was like, I felt like something was off yesterday, so I went to your phone. I was like, it's fine, anything? He was like, I said, you she texted me. I said, literally the day before you said, I don't need to see them, but I do want you to see them when you have so that I know. Okay, cool, dude. Like, what? Like, okay, cool, but yeah. And anyway, he knew. Like, he even knew over the weekend. He knows. Like, I can't just not text the dude. Like, I have to bring it in and try to keep it more like work-related friendly and not like flirtatious friendly, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm still gonna have to deal with it. I'm literally gonna have to deal with it. Okay, so we leave it at that this morning. I did a text at 9 o'clock, so I've been at work till 6:30, and he said, FYI, just so you know, I texted Rashid this morning. Girl, I have no idea. I just texted him back and said, okay, thanks for telling me. No, I don't think he will. Now it's just awkward and weird. Like, this is not that. And, like, I was like, in the office, but moving us in lightweight, like, I could actually make this a career. Yeah. And they are interested in moving me to the RCM team for lightweight. I'm just giving it, like 2 years in this position to get Dr. Beckman a little bit of spot and like get things up a little bit better. But I've already talked to Kristen Luby and Sandy, and like they already have talked to the RCM manager. That I really want to go into that team. I much prefer to do that because of all those things. 370 supplementation. It's all the back. It's all the like behind the scenes insurance stuff. So dealing with credentialing and payers and yeah. Exactly. Like it's all remote. I'm really good with that stuff. That's my area. I would much rather be doing that than long term. Yeah. Like that's my area. I'm really good at managing the office, but I had to fire somebody last week. That was fun. I fired someone. There's like 12 of us, and yes, I fired one. And she was the longest employee there. I feel like I have one other time, but it's been years and years and years ago if I have. So yes, it was awkward. Courtney came in. I made Dr. Beckman leave because she had already started to cry during the day, and I was like, you can't be in here crying when I'm firing someone. Like, and she was on board with it, but they've been talking about firing her for years, but nobody had the balls to do it. So I was just like, no, I see the problem. Like, she's nice, but this is not a good situation. We need to let her go. So, and she was very taken aback, as was the rest of the staff. None of them, knew that was going to happen. But and actually, Christine showed me a text where they had talked back and forth, and she knew it was a good thing. She was like, honestly, I haven't been happy there in years, and that's how I prefaced it. I was like, since I've worked here, you've expressed to me, you've shown to me that you're not happy, and at the end of the day, I just want you to go somewhere that you're happy. You have good skills mechanically. You're a smart girl, but this is just not the position that's working for you, especially because you're so miserable. So, and it really was. It was. So, she was taken back at first, but even by that night, I think she was completely okay with it. I think she had wanted to quit for a while. She told me she had looked at other jobs and that she got hired somewhere, but she wasn't good with change, so she decided not to do it. Okay, chill. Like, you're unhappy, the rest of the staff miserable, you look at that, I'm gonna go ahead and fire you. Like, yeah, exactly. So, so yeah, that was fun. But yeah, girl, this is a whole awkward kind of conversation. So I called Omar when I'm just leaving work, and I'm gonna go to Gates for look at things tomorrow. I was like, so did she text you back? I was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, you can see the conversation. I was like, yeah. I do want to see. I don't know. He didn't tell me any specifics. He said, what's good honest with you on the conversation, it's not like there's much that can be said. Yeah. Like, hey, I see the texts that are going back and forth. Can you chill out with my girl? Like, she's taking, I don't know. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm interested to see how that. But God, it's so awkward. It was like, I'm really annoyed. Like, it was innocent. Like, maybe it was not the most appropriate, but it also was too innocent. And yeah. I mean, honestly, though, it sucks that he texted my shit today, but until this morning, or until we decided to do that shit last night, I was actually very happy it came out. I was going to bring, do a brushing on my own if something came up where he actually like tried to initiate something. And I told Omar that I would make him understand, like, I'm taking if he tries to do anything. But apparently he did not take my word for it. He did not think that was good. We were actually in a much better spot this weekend. The fact he's never been a jealous type. Certain things came out, it's like, okay, well, you actually do want to be in a relationship. You do want to fight for your life and your time. And this little thing, like, he's been an asshole purposely for like 7 or 8 years when he gets mad. Or, yeah, so he sees his part into it, but then he does shit. And I straight told him that, it's a little awkward for me because at the end of the day, like, I like this job and I would like to make it an actual career. It's the first time I've actually seen the potential for a career. And, like, that's just weird. And I'm going to have to work with it. It's so bad for Rashid because he's such a good, nice guy. Like, and I don't think his intentions are bad. I think he was just like have a little flirtatious conversation. It wasn't even like extreme. It was things like he would do something for me, and I'd be like, "You're amazing, thank you so much." Or like he sent me something and asked me to do something, and he's like, "If you do that, you'll be my most favorite person ever." Like it's pure. Or, like, one day, I think the one that really got Omar was I was having issues with Time Warner, and I knew Rashid on the phone, and we had scheduled a time to talk, but he had an emergency that came up in another office. So I ended up having to talk to Andrew. So I texted him afterward, or he asked me what the status was, and I came back and I was like, it's all good, everything was sorted out. I said, but I'm going to need you to move to Charlotte so I can have you on site more often, LOL. Maybe there's a little bit of context there, but also, like, what? So then he came back and said, well, actually, I'm putting my house on the market next week, so do you have any advice? I think those are the two that really got him. And Rashid, seriously, I didn't to move here, like, directly, but I have said a couple times because they were looking for an IT person in Charlotte, I'm like, why aren't you going to be that person? Like, you already keep coming here to do stuff, and then, for these offices are in South Carolina, why aren't you moving to Charlotte kind of thing? So, I do think Rashid likes me. That's not, like, I do think he has a thing, but then when, he put his house up for sale. And Omar ain't having it, so. Never done one like this, but I've also never put him in this position. Yeah. Like, do I need a burner phone so I can text this dude? Exactly. Yeah. I even told Omar, I'm like, I haven't deleted any messages. I know there's some way you can, like, find the deleted messages from an iPhone. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that, but you're welcome to research it and just make sure, because I'm really not hiding anything. Yeah, I'm really not hiding anything. Hence, I can't text you this information. I can only call, because he ain't going to know what the fuck the conversation is going to be. probably be like recording me right now. I don't know, but it's just so it's just crazy because yeah, it's just I'm just hoping for an awkward in general. Like I don't really over myself, but I feel bad for him because it wasn't like he just came out like I moved to Charlotte, I'm really trying to get with you. Like it wasn't not like that at all. Exactly, that's what I'm hoping. He's just like, hey, I saw these texts. I get you, you know, whatever. I just want to let you know, like, she was taken, and just so that there's, you know, no misinterpretations about what's going on or whatever. That's what I'm hoping. It's just a chill message. But the fact that you fucking take this man's number out my motherfucking phone. If I wasn't already with him 21 years, I'd be like, that's some real psycho shit. Well, also, then the flip side of it is, I'm like, okay, now that I'm in this, like, triangle weird situation, also, should I be concerned with Rashid having any red flags? Because this dude is seriously trying to move to Charlotte. Like, because I have just, like, said, why don't you be the IT person to move to Charlotte? Not because I'm like, hey, move to Charlotte and I want to fuck you. Like, girl, yeah. So, I'm really hoping so. Like, send out some good juju out there. Like, we do our open dental conversion on August 12th, right? You know what's going to be funner? And I'm going to have to tell Omar in advance. So I'm going to the launch thing in next month. Okay, September 6th, 7th, and 8th. I'm going to Lightwave launch, which is up in DC. It's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a leadership conference thing. Everybody from corporate and then all the practice managers and like lead position office are invited. Rashid's gonna be there. Me and him have already talked. Like to like meet up or do anything. I was just like, hey, are you going to launch? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, cool, I'll be there too. Like I can pretend like I didn't fucking know. I am, girl. I'm just gonna go ahead and just while we at the beach or sometime in the next week or two, just go ahead and like he knows I'm going, but he doesn't know like who all is invited. So exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's like, do I just let it like play out and then afterwards I'm like, hey, so you know, Rashid was there so that you don't, you know, in case you whatever. Either way, and I have to go. Like, yeah. Yeah. I ain't never fucked anybody. I've never been with anybody else. I've never even given anybody like the tape. But some craziness. I just needed somebody else because I don't really talk to anybody. So now the girls at the office. So you know, I stole Rosalind. Did you know that? So, like, the girls at the office have noticed. So, we went to Raleigh for a work event 2 weekends ago, I think it was, and Rashid came in to do some IT stuff at, like, 1 o'clock. We left at 2:30, so it wasn't like I talked to him for very long. But, personally, I am not the cutest out of this group. I got Rosalind, I got Leah, I got Jess. Like, they're all younger, cuter, smaller. It's really not. I get it. I am cute, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm going to compare myself, I'm like, these girls are, in my opinion, younger and whatever. Yeah, they're not his type, obviously. So, but he completely ignored all of them, and as soon as I got dressed, he was like, hey, I see you, Trista. And immediately, Leah and Rosalind just kind of, like, did this, like, sideways grin at me, and of course, they talked about it that night. So it's not... I was like, yeah, y'all were already looking cute, had been dressed, but I'm the only one he wanted to point out. Like, yes, I did notice that. Thank you. Yeah. All the things. I don't know how I've gotten myself here, but the universe brought me here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, because I wouldn't have cheated on Omar. Like I said, it was a nice spot. And, like, if he keeps fucking up, like, we could bring